Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to look at how to play the chords of A minor, D minor and E minor on the piano, how to work out any minor chord on the piano, and how to play that great song Summertime. So the reason we're going to look at the chords of A minor, D minor and E minor, that they're probably the most popular minor chords on the piano, in that they don't involve any sharps or flats. In other words, they've got no black notes, they're all white key chords. So therefore there's a lot of songs written using those chords for the piano. So let's start with A minor. So let's find an A. C is always easy to spot on the piano because it's the one before the two black notes. So that's a C, that's a C, that's a C, and so on. So if that's a C, then just following the alphabet, the note before it will be a B and the note before that will be an A. So there's our A. And in order to work out the chord of A minor, we're going to use a very simple formula. We're going to start with the root note, the A, and then count up 3 keys or 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3, to get the second note of the chord, which is a C, and then a further 4 keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get the top note or third note of the chord, which is an E. So very simple formula. You find your root note, which is the note that gives the chord its name. You count up 3 keys to get the middle note of the chord, and then 4 keys to get the top note or third note of the chord. So we can do exactly the same with the other 2 chords that we're going to look at today. So D minor, we find a D. Remember that's C. So there's D. 1, 2, 3. There's the middle note of our chord, an F, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, an A. So there's the chord of D minor, and then same thing with E minor, find an E, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, which is a G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a B, so E, G, B, and there's our chord of E minor. So if you were going to sing over the top of those chords or accompany somebody else singing, or you might be with a friend who's playing a lead instrument of a different kind, a guitar or whatever, who's playing the melody line over the chords. In that kind of situation, all you need is the chords because you're accompanying somebody else or accompanying yourself singing. So in that sort of situation, you'd literally just play the chords with the root note of each chord in the left hand. So for the A chord, I'm going to play an A in the bass or in the left hand. For the D minor chord, I'm playing a D down in the bass, and of course for E minor, an E in the bass. So there we go, A minor with an A in the bass, D minor with a D in the bass, and E minor with an E in the bass. And in the left hand, you notice I'm using my first finger for the A, my 5th finger for the D, and my 4th finger for the E, so that the fingering is nice and efficient, and I've got a different finger over each note, and I'm not having to move my hand unnecessarily. Similarly, in the right hand for the chords themselves, you probably observed that I'm using every other finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, 5th finger, for the same reason. Okay. However, if you wanted to actually play a song in the right hand, in other words, a melody line of some description, you would play the chords in the left hand underneath the melody line. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to play a simplified version of George Gershwin's Summertime, just using minor chords. So here we go. Obviously you can rewind the video as many times as you like to see how I played the melody line for Summertime. So you've learnt how to play the 3 chords of A minor, D minor and E minor, how to work out any minor chord on the piano using a simple formula, and how to play that great jazz classic Summertime. Please do check out my video about major chords, the chords of C, F and G major, and how to work out major chords on the piano if you haven't seen it already. Catch you again soon.